Hi everyone.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome
Hey.
to the second of our Fancast streams. This is very exciting. Oh, I just caught sight of myself and it's so pink behind me. How lovely.
Oh,
So,
it
I mean,
started.
it's as if I didn't make it like that. I'm very happy about how it looks. Excellent. Oh, I haven't muted the stream, so I can hear
Yes,
myself
I did the exact
talking.
same thing.
So sorry, chat. While we done, excellent. Um, Great. I think should we just jump straight into some introductions? I'm
Sure.
Lowri. My pronouns are she, her. I play Celia, and I am hosting these streams. And in a second, I'm going to ask Billie and Shahan to introduce themselves. But before that, I will say that last week, or actually last fortnight, last time, I also asked, how was your week? Give us a little thing about how your week was. So I'll share mine first. This week, I really solidified my love read obsession with Blood on the Clock Tower, which I've been like slowly building up to. I've been playing it a bit more and more, and then I finally caved and started watching No Rules Barred. I don't know if you know what Blood on the Clock Tower is.
No.
It's like a social deduction game. So have you ever played like it's like Werewolf or One Night Ultimate Werewolf, where you're like a villain? Have you never played these? Oh
No.
Played
my
werewolf.
goodness! All right, well
To be honest,
obviously
I
I'm
don't really
gonna.
play many board games
Oh, but it's not
things
a board game.
or whatever
It's
it
oh
is.
my
I don't
goodness.
know.
Oh,
What is
I'm
it?
gonna
Is it
get you
like a
obsessed, I hope. So basically you're a town and like you have night and day phases and everyone
okay.
has a different ability that happens maybe at night, maybe in the day. And there are like two or three evil players
Mhm.
and no one knows who the evil players are and you have to work it out and you execute someone every day but it's
Ooh.
just like loads of people lying to each other and you have to try and work out, okay, so if you what you say is true, what you say is true, that means what you say isn't true, but is that because you've been messed with or is that because you are one of the evil it's
So it's like souped up wink
addictive.
murder, pretty
Yeah, I
much.
love that description. Yes, it is souped up wink murder. Yeah, so I have been basically obsessively watching that and feeling a little bit paranoid in my day-to-day life that I'm giving away too much information or that people are lying to me, which I'm sure is totally fine. I'm going to hand over to one of my co-hosts, guests. I'm not really sure. Billy, would you like
Colleagues,
to go
Lowry.
first?
We're colleagues.
Colleagues.
That's what we are.
Acquaintances.
Colleagues. I tried to say co-host and I was like, I don't want to like elevate you to co-host, but no, I do. I love you. Oh no, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Huh?
I was too busy getting a dig in. Was that is it me or Shahan going?
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Fuck it, I
Well, it
blurted,
was
I'll go.
you, but yeah, go on, Billy.
Okay. So, my name is Billie Hindle. I play Alice in the Magnus Protocol. My pronouns are she, her. And my week has been. I've not done much this week, to be honest. I've been learning some scripts for an upcoming project. And we had the Rusty Quill Christmas party in at Phantom Peak, which was really fun.
That was fun.
Um, Although me and my friend we drove down there and it took forever, and then we drove straight back and it took forever. But it was worth it. It was nice, and the trains were screwed as they always are in this country. So
Yes.
you know,
Excellent.
and also it was at the weekend. It was the last Grand Prix of this Formula One season, and now it's over. I don't know what to do with myself. I'm forcing myself to get into Formula E so I have racing to watch
Formula E
because
is a thing?
yeah, it's like Formula One, but it's electric cars, but also the rules are different and the
Oh.
setup's different. Like it's a little complex, but it's a bit like Formula One, but e- every car is built with something called attack mode, and basically throughout each race you have an allocated amount of attack mode times, that you can use. And basically, to activate your attack mode, you have to swing wide on a turn. So, like, whilst everyone else is sort of going on the inside of the turn, you've got to, like, take longer to go around. But that allows you to activate your attack mode, and you get, like, 4-wheel drive, and you can drive faster for, like, 4 minutes at a time. And it's like a new bit of... it's like another level of strategy. It's like you've got to use your attack mode at the right time, or else you could like completely mess up your race. If you use it too soon, too late, sometimes you could save it, but then like there's a safety car or something, so then
It's
your
like a
attack
blue
mode
shell
is
in Mario Kart.
sort of it's more like the it's more like the star. Or actually no, it's more like the mushrooms, because you're not invincible, because as we saw, it was the first Formula E race of the new season at the weekend, and there was about 6 crashes. So it was a mess. It was really good.
Say, nothing you say will convince me that this isn't Robot Wars. Like the second you
Yeah, the
said,
attack
like,
mode, like it...
I was like, it's
Yeah.
Robot Wars. But also, if you love strategy, can I interest you in a game called Blood on the Clock Tower? Just saying.
Okay, I'll look into it. Oh, Anusha's in the chat.
Yeah.
It is.
She said
Blood
she
on
was
the
gonna try.
yeah.
Hooray. Shahan.
Hello, I'm Shahan. I play Sam. My pronouns are he, him. My week's been good. Been busy. Yeah, Magnus, the Rusty Quill Christmas party was fab. Did spend a lot of this week so far trying to, at least the early part of this week, trying to get buses to places that just weren't working out because good old Storm Darragh. And
Oh yeah.
yes, it's been all right. I've started reading the final book in the Mistborn trilogy called The Hero of
Ooh.
Ages. So that's been
I don't know what
fun.
that is at all.
It's like super duper fantasy. Everyone has like, well, not everyone. You got people who have the power to. They eat metals and it gives them different powers depending on what metals
Oh,
Okay.
you ingest and stuff.
that's
So I've
cool.
massively oversimplified it and said it wrong. But yeah, it's
Haha,
been good.
I will ingest mercury.
Oh no, that one just gives you poisoning.
Do you know what? When I was like thinking about what we were going to do on these streams, I was like, oh, is it too boring a question? How was your week? But actually, I really love it because I know like a little bit more about you both, and I really like that. So that's lovely.
Oh.
Yay!
How's your
That's
sofa?
sweet. Oh, it's so good. We had a so we put it into sofa bed mode on Sunday and just had like a film fest on sofa. Oh my god, I can't speak today. With the sofa in sofa bed mode, so just like duvet, watching films, eating popcorn, and it was fantastic. So
That sounds lit.
yeah,
Beautiful.
yeah. I know how to live. Like let's not let's not have any doubts about that. Right. Oh, actually, before we move on to the audio, I want to say as well a thank you, a shout out to the people that you can't see. Jess, who is running the stream and has walked us through the tech, which apparently I had completely forgotten all of from a fortnight ago. So thank you very much, Jess. And Hattie and Meg, who are our mods this time. They will be gathering questions. If you have any questions, if you weren't here last time, we're going to be listening to 3 episodes of Magnus Protocol, and Billy, Shahan, and I will be talking over them pretty much. And then after the episode is finished, we'll have maybe 10 minutes where we'll continue to chat. And if there are any questions you have, we will answer them, hopefully. And yeah, Meg and Hattie, sorry, will be gathering the questions from chat. I'm not sure. There was talk of maybe or an official question gathering mechanism. I'm not sure if we're going for that, but I trust Hattie and Meg to just do what they think is best, honestly. Yeah. Shall we listen to some Magnus Protocol?
Yeah.
Might as well.
Yay! We are starting with episode 6, which is called Introductions, and I can't imagine who is introduced in this episode.
Yeah, Needles.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Well, I was going to say one of the best characters, but yeah, Needles is also kind
Needles.
of fine. Yes, Needles is the exciting person that gets introduced in this episode. This episode was written by, I couldn't remember. Oh yeah, so I knew it was Alex and Johnny, but it was written by Johnny, and then Alex was editor and like additional materials. So I don't know. It's like an OG writing team. I will hit play once I am sure that we're at the start. Should I hit play? Are we ready?
Yes. Are you on the right episode?
Oh, yes. Thank you for checking. I put them all together and it... sorry, Shahan can see what I'm about to hit play on. And it does say the title of the last one. No, it's not. It's confusing. It's just... I should just change that, but it's... Do you know what? Given how I've been today, maybe it is the wrong episode. Let's find out. Will I notice? Probably not. No, I'm pressing play. Can everyone hear it? Can chat hear it, importantly, as well?
They can.
Rusty Quill presents.
Alex chatting. Oh,
Magnus Protocol.
Importantly, chat, the content warnings are in the description for this YouTube video, and also you can find a link to the transcript there if you'd like to like read along as we're talking over it. Oh, I think Nico's in chat.
He is.
Hey. Hi, Nico. I was going to type it. I can just say that. Hi, Nico. You know what? I edited this one and I can't remember how it started.
Neither.
Oh my goodness.
Someone's typing. Who is it? Is it Alice?
Oh, I remember this.
Da, da, da,
Oh my god.
da, 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 da,
Not helping, Alice.
Hey, did I edit this?
Sorry, I'm meant to be helping now.
I'm going to
I'm
go
not
get
sure.
another coffee.
Have you considered simply bypassing your
I
mouth
did not edit
altogether
this one.
and
Nico
injecting
edited
things
this
directly
one.
into your bloodstream?
Great
Sorry,
idea.
Nico.
Why didn't I think of that?
Not enough coffee beans
Oh,
in your
dear.
blood.
Of course.
Oh, I know why I
Real
didn't
talk,
edit
though.
this one.
If the first 3 coffees haven't helped, I wouldn't get
I do all
another.
of the
More
even
caffeine
ones
isn't
as a
going to make you
rule,
more awake. It's
but
just
I
going to
really
make you
hate
shake and
needles
I'll
and
have to risk
veins
it.
and
I'm
things like
really
that.
sorry.
So
I thought-
I didn't
Oh,
edit
sure.
this one
Ignore the
because
one
of
who's
that, I
worked
think.
nights for almost a
I thought you
decade.
meant
What would
you
she
hated
know?
the character. I was about
So
to
what would you
Oh,
suggest?
Yes,
no,
get
no,
very
Spend
angry.
time in buying
Oh,
those
no, no, no.
blackout curtains like I told you to.
I know. We barely
Oh, and
see the
Nico's
sun
just
as
said
it
that in
is.
chat
It
as well,
feels
yeah.
wrong to actively
Yeah.
shut it out
They're a
entirely.
bit behind, I think.
Oh, Sam.
Mhm.
The sun is the enemy.
The
It
sun is the
rules the
enemy.
world of
Sun
light,
is the
but
enemy.
we
As a
who
ginger, I
dwell in
have to say
darkness
that.
feel only
Yeah.
its wrath. Get the curtains.
Yeah, maybe.
Or get fired for falling asleep
You know,
at
I've
your desk.
actually considered
Your
buying
call.
blackout curtains because of this.
Incidentally, did you know you make this adorable
I
little...
can recommend them. I don't have them
Yeah.
now, but I've had
noise
them.
when you drop off?
Very
Mm.
good.
You really
Yeah.
punish people for daring to be your friend. You know that, right?
My
Oh,
justice is harsh but fair.
Shahan, I really missed.
Anyway, you best get your nap out of the way.
Actually,
We need
I don't know
you
if that's a spoiler.
bright-eyed and
I guess
bushy-tailed
it's,
when you meet the new guy.
I don't know.
Aren't
what
I
you're
guess
about
we
to
haven't
say.
recorded together for a
You
while.
wish.
Oh, we
Your
haven't.
old
No,
news,
we actually
Sam.
haven't.
Basically a dinosaur. There's a new hire coming in. It's all in Lena's
Same, to
email,
be honest.
which you would probably have read if you were conscious.
I just
Someone
keep
else
getting
leaving?
stuck
Oh,
with
no.
Gwen.
But this job is kind of a high turnover rate, so Lena likes to hire a couple of replacements when an old timer leaves.
What? And just assumes one of them won't stick it out.
She's usually right. And at this exact moment, my snoozy darling, The smart money's not
So-
on you.
What happens if both of us
Bit
drive
bit
here?
weird.
Then we draw lots, and one
Um,
of you gets eaten at
Everyone's
the Christmas
talking about
party.
like the
Well,
fears of
let's hope the new
needles
guy
and
isn't
stuff,
too
and how they
stringy.
don't like
Ooh,
needles
fighting words.
being.
Hey, Gwen. You hear we've got a new
Am
hire
I the
coming
only
in?
one who like?
Whoop-de-doo.
Not in a weird
Not you
way, but
two.
I kind of like
Training someone up takes a
needles,
lot of
like the
time
feeling
and
of a
we're
needle
massively
going in me.
behind as it is.
Oh.
True, but
No,
once you're trained
I'm
up, it's an
alright.
fine style.
No.
If they
So,
stick
like-
around.
Which they won't.
You can't be
Like
the
I
only
said,
one. But
massively
please
behind.
continue.
Like
Sure. Sorry.
it's not like a weird sex thing or anything, but like when
Making a
it,
breath sake.
but when the needle goes in, I'm like, there it goes.
Which
That's
service?
satisfying.
Whoa.
Fantastically good question.
Yeah,
Pages are hard.
Ambulance or fire?
Well,
I-
no
I-
one's on
I have
fire, so probably
regular,
not that
well, sort of
one.
semi-regular
Although they also
blood
do rescue,
tests.
don't they?
I do just want to, just quickly, I believe this operator is
Sir,
Hattie,
describe the situation and I can transfer you.
who
as
is
appropriate.
modding for us right now.
That's it.
Yes.
Yes. Anyway, sorry, please continue. I just wanted to. Yay!
Yeah.
It is.
I had to jump in the chat.
Sir,
No.
sir, are you in danger?
But yeah, sort of, I
You'll have to forgive him,
semi-regularly
he's
have
full of needles at the moment,
injections
you
and
see.
blood tests because
Sir, can I please
because of
have
the
Reason?
treatment I'm on,
Oh, I
and
thought you thought it automatically.
Not on
I don't know, maybe
mobile,
I'm just
sir.
used to it now, but I'm like,
I
there we
am
go.
not.
Possibly.
In
It's
that
broke the
I-
skin.
We'll have a
That's
little
good.
I,
look at our end and call
I
you
have to
back
warn
once
them
we've come to
every
a decision
time
about which
that
service.
it's like, I
Sir,
hate
don't
this
hang
about
up.
myself, but I will probably faint. So you have, like, I have to sit down and be like lying back. And I
Mhm.
quite often,
Emergency
I've had
room
people who've been like,
service.
all
We've been
right,
discussing it,
all
and
right,
we're going to
I'm
go
sure
with
you are. And
police.
then
Final
they
answer.
start
Transferring
whatever
you
they're
now.
doing, and I'm like, yeah, I've gone
Police,
great,
what's
and
your
I'm probably going to
Yes,
collapse.
hello,
I need to
police.
sit now.
I've got a man here.
so
and,
bad with them.
Well, let's just say he's been quite stabbed.
Do we know
Are
who
you in any
voiced
danger?
the
Me?
second operator?
Gosh,
Not this
no.
one, but the one
Yes.
who transferred.
Oh, I
It was
suspect
my
he
old
thought I
flatmate,
was at
Joe
first,
Benz.
though.
Ah.
Oh, the way he
Ah.
Who is
postured
also
and
an
pulled out
actor.
his little knife.
So that
Is
was
the
the
attacker still in
the
the
one who said
area?
transferring you.
Oh, yes. Very much
Oh,
so.
that's.
No, yeah, I know.
Although
I'm
I really
talking
would
about the one who went
Oh.
transferring you
him
now.
an attacker.
Do we
I
know
think
who
it's
that
Tom.
is?
In fact, in
Oh,
many
there you
ways,
go.
it was
Yeah,
an
it's
act of
Tom.
affection by the end.
Ah, because
An embrace.
when I
Can't
was
believe
first
it.
listening to it, I listened to
Let's
it
call
back
a
about
cuddle.
5 times, and I was just
Are
like,
you sure you're okay?
is that Johnny?
Panic is normal in these situations.
I was like, what?
Have
Is
you been
like
hurt?
Jonathan
Of course
Sims
it
just
hurts.
like
How could
a
it?
police operator
Perhaps
now
I've come
in
to rather
this
enjoy
universe?
the
And I was
pain
just
by
like,
now.
but then I was like, no, it's not him.
Teeny tiny
But
hole.
he
I
just
reckon we
sounded
could have
like
got
him
away
a
with
bit.
that.
I'm gonna need you to stay with me.
No,
the man, the
Joe,
one you
I
said was
haven't
stabbed, is
Spoken
he
to you
still
for
there?
ages.
I doubt he's going anywhere ever again.
Oh,
Is he
God.
breathing?
Harry
Does
is
he
good.
need an ambulance?
He's very good.
He is,
Absolutely.
yeah.
But that isn't the real
People are saying like
question, is it?
I could dispatch an ambulance,
he's
but
sort
I
of
need
giving
your
Michael
location.
distortion.
Do you know your address? Do you know where you are?
I know
Yeah.
exactly where I am. I grew up
Yeah.
here, you know.
Just like a bit.
It was a decent place back then.
I think, and also, I
Nice
guess
people lived
Michael
here, you
Distortion, or at least I
understand.
think maybe it's the fan art I've seen, but like quite a
No, it's a
popular
dreadful
depiction for them is
place.
quite like
Not safe
spindly,
to
I would say,
walk
like
at
spindly
night.
fingers and
That's
like.
the pride
Yeah.
in that,
Hang
actually.
on,
Like
is that-
needle-like
Sir,
fingers.
I
Yeah.
need an address or a
Like
landmark.
long blonde
Tell me
hair.
where you are.
Oh, the
Hmm.
land is
And all that lot.
definitely marked now,
I've
same as
just
me.
remembered that
And it feels
I
good.
didn't only
It's
play
satisfying
Sam
in a way I never
in
really thought
the Magnus
anything
Protocol
would.
Season 1.
It fills that hollow,
Yeah.
lonely hole inside quite
It's an
nicely.
uncredited role.
I had
It's
another
not
role.
sadism
And it
or
happened to be in this
masochism.
episode.
I tried both
Oh my
ways
goodness.
already.
Were
I
you
completely forgot about
I
that.
think it's the fear.
were you the
look in
person
their
who got
eyes once
stabbed?
They realised their mistake.
Oh my gosh, did we just completely
Makes me
breeze
want to
past you?
I completely forgot. I did. I breezed
had
past it
no
myself. I just
idea.
remembered.
The injured man.
That's
Oh,
amazing.
I think I actually,
Ah,
I think
well,
I
that's a
remember
tricky one.
ages ago April
Sort
saying
of.
like we need just like
In many
a
ways,
male
he
voice
stabbed
to
himself on
make a
me.
few moans and groans and
By
stuff.
the time he saw the needles, we were
me,
already
me, me.
very close. Close enough
Fair.
to smell of sweat and cheap aftershave.
I don't know why, but
Amazing.
He barely
when
had
I
time to be
first
afraid before we
heard-
embraced.
needles.
He's terrified now, of
I
course.
I need to put you
thought
through
he
to our
looked like this.
supervisor.
If
I
he was
imagined
cool,
him
I
looking
shall
like
embrace him
this
again,
guy.
and I sincerely doubt he would survive.
I don't know why, but I imagined him looking
know what?
like
I'd
oh,
like to
it's not
change my
loading,
answer.
but the
I get
barber
that.
from
Yes, I certainly
Courage the
did
Cowardly
myself
Dog.
to make
I
sure
just
he got some in
I
the face,
just
in
picture
the
him
eyes.
looking like
Does
that.
count?
I don't know why.
I keep
Oh, wait, I
touching
need
them
to.
like he's going to be able to pull
think-
the
Let's pull up a
metal out.
clearer
I
image of
told
that.
him it will only drive them
I think now
deeper.
some of the fan art I've seen is
It
just
won't last
like
too long, thankfully.
stuck.
He'll finish bleeding
So
in
I
any
just
minute
see.
now.
I can't think of like
But in the
specific ones. I
meantime,
just have a vague
the
notion of like a tall, lanky
watching of him as he lies there,
hedgehog guy.
half afraid
I
of
keep seeing
death,
a lot of.
half
I see
afraid of
ones that are
living
like
with what has happened to him.
look like a sort of old timey
And it drowns
punk,
out the aftershave nicely.
but
Say
with
that again, sorry.
Give me your address.
an old timey punk.
and
You
remain
know, like a
where you
1970s, 80s like punk.
Do I frighten you,
Um,
Mr. Operator?
Yeah.
why cool.
But with
To try and
way more
scare whoever
needles than
picked up.
usual.
Call it dessert. But you're
Billy,
not
I've just
afraid,
searched
are
up the
you?
image. I completely
Unsettled
agree.
of
I think
balance,
that's spot on.
nothing
Yeah,
more.
if in chat, if you
Why
search
is that?
Fred Courage the Cowardly
just not
Dog,
scared
that's
of
just
needles.
what I
Fred.
think he looks like.
This isn't some poxy blood test, some little pinprick. This is hundreds, thousands of razor-sharp points.
I love
pushing
how
into-
offended
Oh
he gets.
God, yes.
Talking about the
Sorry.
maiden.
Just
Oh,
like that,
no.
but with loads of needles coming out of it.
Ah.
You're clearly
Oh, it's
not
horrible.
well, and I believe you've hurt someone who may have
Okay,
tried
now we
to
have
mug
fan
you.
fiction of
my
Fred from
God.
Courage the Cowardly
Location.
Dog.
I can
and
send
needles.
someone over to help.
Oh, I see. You don't
Yeah.
believe me. Yes, I suppose that makes sense. It is somewhat outlandish. That's only exacerbated by the distancing effect of the phone. Yes, the more I think on it, the more obvious it is that this call was never going to give me what I was after.
God.
I wonder, though, which of the police contact centers you're hiding in?
I don't like it.
Lambeth,
So good.
Excuse me?
Lambertson. And I'm sure I could recognize your voice now.
Oh,
There it is.
I hate it.
There's the fear. Not much, just a little prick, but we found it in the end, didn't we?
Way.
I'm transferring you to my supervisor now.
Then I'll be going. I've no interest in speaking to them. And besides, we agreed that if you left the call, my friend here would have a last little cuddle before I go.
Oh no.
I do hope we speak again soon, Mr. Operator. See if we can't find some other frightful little pinpricks we can explore together.
Ah. I've just realised that this
Is that it?
This what
stream
The case?
is going to be full of my least favourite things because there's a lot of Bonzo
What's up?
coming up as well.
Oh,
Did you hear it?
yeah.
I barely hear my own. You tune them out after a while.
It was a pair of emergency
You're right,
service
Haji.
calls.
We haven't
Oh,
really
yeah, you're
plugged.
not
I
getting
saw
any
in
closer
chat
from
someone had
those.
mentioned that
You
Harry
might
was
be
in
assigned
Cry
a
Havoc.
follow-up coroner's
And he's
report if
fantastic in
something
that too. You
happens
should
to
go and
the
listen to
body
Cry
of
Havoc as
criminal.
well. Very
Yeah,
You're
it is
enjoying
good.
it.
I
epic
wouldn't exactly go that far.
show,
Well,
I
who
would say.
knows? Maybe you'll get lucky and they'll kill again. What was it?
Like a guy made of needles, I think.
Do
Needles?
you think Needles
that
and Ink
scary?
Soul would get along?
I've been working here so long I can't
Like,
tell
if
anymore.
Ink Soul
Maybe if
needs
you're
like
scared
some
of
more
needles.
needles,
To be
Mm.
fair,
can just
you
be
did
like,
sound kind of
here you go.
sensitive.
It's like
about
either they
that.
would like, be best friends, or
Good
they would
evening,
hate each
everyone.
Or
other.
they'd
Like
hate
it
each
has
other.
to.
Actually,
Little bird told me.
I have a
Mm.
feeling
Mine was
Ink Soul
coming
doesn't
in
have
today.
any friends.
Please refrain from
I have a
referring
feeling
to me
Needles
as
would
a
be like,
little
yo, we should
bird,
hang out,
Alice.
and
Big
Ink Soul would
bird,
be like,
then.
get fucked.
Ew.
Well,
Ugh, no, you're a
Getting
bit of a
cup of
creep.
coffee from the
Leave me
break room.
alone.
Her name is Celia. but I trust you'll all make
Hey.
Celia, nothing bad could happen.
Amazing. Where did you get them?
Celia, these are
I
your
love how your first line is a mouthful of
Mouthful.
donuts.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember what I was eating. It was probably some kind of biscuit.
Sorry.
I always get like a plate of
That's
rich
alright.
teas if I have
We're
to
a
eat.
bit of a letdown after the mini donuts.
Lena likes to put them out when someone new joins our little family.
Needles
Just
and
ensure
ink
you eat them on sight.
would be enemies
now, I'll
to
leave you all to
lovers.
get acquainted.
Oh,
Says Super Randomness.
yeah.
I can see that.
Alice, I'll have a word with
Yeah.
you about
Ink Soul
training
would
later
definitely be
tonight.
like the
Celia, come by
sort of
my office once you're done here.
tsundere.
We have some last papers to sign.
I can kind of imagine Needles being weirdly being the one who's chasing in that relationship.
Mm.
Actually,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
a puppy dog.
Before.
I wouldn't get too excited. They're probably still left over from when Sam joined us.
Well, I like them just fine.
You're Sam then.
Yep.
Oh, nothing bad ever happened again.
No.
Can I
It's the start of a beautiful
Instant
relationship.
chemistry.
Oh my god, yes.
This is actually really weird that we're all here and we're all listening to us. Actually,
Yeah.
it's like a bit of a weird
You should
moment.
both be proud. Lena only tries to talk you out of it if she thinks you're worth talking to in the first place.
Yeah? It's been a
But
while
was
since
this-
I had an interview.
It
but
definitely wouldn't have
that
been the
was-
first episodes you recorded, but
Yeah,
I'm
she used
trying to
to have
remember
a
if
real
this is the
problem
first
with
one I
turnover.
did.
People would take the job and
think
bail
it
after
might
a
have
couple of
been.
weeks.
It was
So
definitely
she
the
changed up her
first
interview
scene,
style to
the
make
first
sure
one
she
you
only
did
got people
with
who were
me.
Suitable.
desperate.
Mm.
I
And I'm
don't know if
both.
you did any
The
without
system
me.
works. Also, I don't know if I caught your name.
Alice. I'm the longest
I love
inmate
how
down here.
I
so
love
let me
Gwen
know
in
if
this
you have
scene,
any
where she just
questions.
basically has like one
Where are the
line, and she's like,
toilets? Do they
"Hiya,
have
fuck
any
off."
sharper knives?
Yeah.
How do I make the nightmares stop? Anything at all.
I
And
don't
that chatterbox over in the corner is Gwen.
Sorry, Celia, was it? It's lovely to meet you. I hope you have a good time here. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a lot of work to do.
Mwah.
Hiya,
Oh, no
fuck off.
worries.
Beautiful delivery.
That's it.
Yeah.
I thought
Hi,
there'd be more people
don't talk
working
to
here
me.
given the size of the building.
Yeah, no, we're,
Streamlined.
streamlined. Sure. Oh, there is an IT guy as well, though you
Oh,
might want to steer clear of him
There is an
until you've
IT
got
guy.
your bearings a bit. But mostly, it's just us.
4 weirdos in a basement reading scary stories. Dream job.
If you say so.
Fair warning, some of these cases are... they're not fun to read.
I appreciate the concern, but I'm sure they'll be all right. I don't scare so easy these days.
Yeah, you got that hardened
very
killer
sad.
look in your eyes.
Damn. And you're right.
Oh, I'd kind of
Foreshadowing.
forgotten about that line.
Anyway, I'd better go check in with Lena. Lovely to meet you all.
Lovely to meet you too.
So she doesn't actually.
She seems
Technically.
Yeah.
Don't get attached.
Wouldn't dream of it.
I tried to push my glasses up there. I forgot I was not wearing my glasses.
Yeah, same.
I often do that. If I have the rare occasion I'm not wearing them, I'm like, What's this?
Every time that Sam yawns, I yawn.
Oh.
Is that the most low-key fear, the yawn?
They say the more you pick up on people's yawns, the more empathy you have.
But I don't know if you point it out. Is that just No, I'm really empathetic. I have been watching too much Blood on the Clock Tower. I am like.
It's alright, I'm also egotistical, so there's that as well.
The more you yawn, the more
I care a lot
egotistical
about
you are.
myself, but I also care a lot about others.
a
That's
delicate
nice. I think
balance.
that's an excellent way to be.
Yeah.
The chocolate leaf. Oh.
Stealing my biscuits. How dare you?
Am I good to head back, Alice? Colin said you'd have my workstation set up for now.
I love how Susanna Fraser's just put Billy is making me yawn. I'm like, without context, that just looks like Billy's boring.
Yeah.
So boring. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought Formula E was interesting. I'm sorry.
I really enjoyed that. I didn't understand anything about the Formula E, and then you said one thing, and I was like, I get it.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Attack mode. It sounds like Yu-Gi-Oh.
It does. I was thinking that.
Yeah.
But it's Yu-Gi-Oh!
I
5Ds.
summoned my Formula E car in attack mode. Oh.
Secondly, if you knew anything about stamps, you'd know that modern prints are self-adhesive, so actually... Also, how do you...
I love how
that little
she's
one.
like, she's dunking on him for being like down bad, and his response is to be like, actually, stamps.
Well, so that's a little Trice Forgotten Easter egg, because I don't know, there was a tiny little bit in Trice Forgotten mode, they were just like Shahan ad-lib, I can't remember what it was, and so just went off as Siva ad-libbing about stamps, and he loves stamp collecting, and so that line was just a little callback to that.
You should also listen to Trice Forgotten if you haven't listened to it. Gay Pirates, I guess, is a good sum up of. Oh no, is that the end?
Oh, is it?
That went so quickly.
They're not the longest things,
They're
are they?
not.
The
I think
Magnus
it's
Protocol is a
because
podcast
we
distributed
watched
by
the
Rusty Quill.
listened
and
to the
licensed
first
under a
one last
Creative
time, which was
Commons
like nearly 40
Attribution,
minutes long.
non-commercial share alike
Yeah.
4.0
Yeah.
international license. The series is
Right,
created
I'll
by
let this
Jonathan
play
Sims
out
and
to the
Alexander
end.
J. Newell,
Mhm.
and directed by Alexander J. Newell.
But we can,
This episode
yeah,
was written by
just
Jonathan
chat for
Sims
like 10 minutes.
and
I
edited
feel
with
like
additional materials by Alexander J. Newell.
we,
With vocal edits
my
by
vote would
Lowri
be
Ann
to just
Davies,
go straight. Oh,
soundscaping by Tessa Vroom,
oh, it just said that I
Manella,
did the
with
vocal.
music by Sam Jones.
You did the vocal cuts?
Oh no, that's wrong
It
because
features
Nico did that one.
Billie Hindle as Alice Dyer,
Oh.
Shahan
Make a
Hamza
note
as
to,
Samara Khalid, Anusha Battersby as Gwen Bouchard,
Nico, this is
Lowri Ann
awful.
Davies
I've
as
obviously
Celia
like
Ripley, Sarah
been
Lambie
trying to
as
steal
Vicky Kelly.
your praise for your work.
The Magnus Protocol is produced by April Sumner, with executive producers
I feel like I'm
Alexander J.
shouting because this is
Danny
so
McBride,
loud. Sorry.
Lynn C.
Don't sound
I've been
too loud to me.
manually adjusting as I go.
Associate
I've just seen a
producers
question
Jordan L.
for
Taylor
both of
Michael,
us,
Nicole
Lowri
Perlman,
and
Cestius de Raven,
Um,
and Megan Nice.
got a shiny
Oh,
happy
Shine
goth.
Have Goth, the question. It's a question for Lowri and Shahan. What personal items do you think your
subscribe,
character
view
would
associated
typically
materials,
have
or
on
join
their
our Patreon,
desk?
visit
I asked
rustyquill.com.
Billy this at an earlier
Rate and
event.
review us online,
and
tweet us at the Rusty
Alice
Quill.
gets a
Visit us on
Nintendo.
Facebook,
Nintendo.
email us via
A
mail at
Nintendo.
A
rustyquill.com.
Nintendo.
Oh, you're
Swatch.
playing on that
Nintendo
Nintendo.
Nintendo.
Thanks for listening.
That's a great question.
That is a good question. I actually, do you know what? I think. I hope this isn't a boring answer. I don't think Celia would have much. Maybe a photo of Jack. Oh, sorry. Hang on. Let me pause. Let me pause. Let me
Probably
pause.
a photo of Jack.
I think a photo of Jack, yeah, would be the most she would have, but I think quite a closed person. So I wouldn't be surprised if she didn't have it on her desk, but she did have it, I mean, on her phone, I guess, on her person somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. I reckon Sam would have what's it called? A Newton's cradle. So every now and then just like
Yeah.
because
I think they're
and
really
I think
cool.
he
Would really annoy
it would
Alice
really
and
annoy
Gwen.
Gwen.
Think of Gwen, yeah.
It really annoyed Gwen because like and Sam's a bit of a hummer and a and I think the Newton's cradle it would almost act as a bit of a
Is that the
metronome
beat
as
he's
well. Yeah,
humming
that's a
to?
beat. Yeah, that's a beat as well while he's listening to absolutely horrific accounts and stories from people.
Yeah, Gwen would probably be like, "Will you please turn that off? It's like really annoying." And then Alice would be like, "Oh, if you don't remove it, I'll turn your balls into a Newton's cradle."
Or would Alice actually? Do you know what? And I think if it annoyed Celia, she'd just make it disappear. I'm like, oh, I don't know where it went. That's strange.
If it annoyed Gwen, actually, she'd probably leave it. She'd probably be like, "Look, it's annoying me, but it's also annoying Gwen, so keep it."
Yeah, that would be like quite a difficult conflict for Alice.
Yeah, like I want to. Oh, yeah, it's worth it. It's worth putting up with it. She would learn to tune it out just to annoy Gwen.
Or join in with the song. Maybe provide the some kind of, I don't know, bass line or.
We should the OIR a cappella group.
How would you get Gwen to join that?
I don't know. I'm just imagining
Tell her
like
to
Harry
get
Potter
promotion.
puppet pals, but like
Oh yeah.
scared.
We've had some more questions actually.
Yes.
Question for Shahan. We have been asked, Billy, apparently, trying to collect answers. Oh no, I've somehow managed to cover. Okay, if your character had any niche interests, what would it be?
What would it be?
So
I
Sam, remember what my answer was for this. Yes, for Sam.
I had this as part of my little as when I was doing some prep work for Sam. So I think Sam's quite into film noir. So some old, like not necessarily old, but very like brooding films with you know the film noir aesthetic. Bit of as I'm speaking, got every film noir film that I've ever known has completely left my mind.
Like big, strong, brooding detective.
Big, strong, brooding detective.
He's a rogue.
Yes,
He's a renegade.
The only thing that's coming to my head is Batman right now, and I was like, no, it's not quite. should be a
There's not
film
million
noir
miles away.
Batman. Well, I mean, the newest one you could kind of say, but yeah. So to
Mm.
answer the question, I think Sam's really into film noir.
Like it. Oh, sorry, that was from Buttermilk.
Buttermilk.
And Susanna Fraser asked, yeah, well, I'll read out the question. I asked, sorry, I can't remember which episode it is, but Lowri commented on struggling to shout for a line without using the F word. Were you ever tempted to swear in Welsh instead? That would have been a great idea. That would have been a great idea. It wasn't this episode. It's I can't remember the number. I'm sorry. I think it's mid-season. Yeah, I think it would have been. It's not so much that I struggled to not use the F word. I think the line was Jesus Christ, and at the time I didn't realize. But I think what would have helped is if it was just one word to shout, because I think. And actually, I think the situation demanded an F-bomb, frankly. It was quite a tense. It's when Celia's about to get, like, she wakes up and she's on a train track and there's a train coming towards her. And she's just like, Jesus Christ. And I just couldn't, I think it was too much to get out, but we didn't clock on to that in time for me to be shouting different words. And so it just resulted in me shouting it at the wall that my flatmates, including Joe, who was the operator in this episode, was sleeping the other side of quite early in the morning.
Oh dear.
Yeah, and I actually was never happy with any of the results that we had, but there you go.
I think they sounded good.
Thank you. Question for Shahan, since we have already been asked as well. Was there a statement or case that particularly creeped you out?
Oh, the one with the like the liminal space one in the service station.
Oh, that was yours. Was that yours,
yeah.
Billy?
No, mine was the choral person.
Yeah, that was.
Oh,
that
yeah.
was mad as well.
Sorry,
yeah.
carry on.
They're like
We did
the
talk
back
about
rooms.
this one last time.
Working in the shopping centre that I work at as well at the same time as like listening to that. And I was like,
oh,
really weird
sure.
around. And it was
Yes.
like one of the few moments, I hope, where me listening to a statement is actually somewhat relevant to my actual physical location and situation I'm in. I was like, this is very unsettling.
You didn't go into a rusty lift, did you?
Oh, that happened. Oh, yeah.
So the service station that is in that statement, I've been to a few times, and it is creepy.
Yeah.
It's obviously I've not been up to the upper bit because obviously it's not in use now, but it's still creepy. I went in to go to the toilet and I was like, it's the middle of the day and I don't like it.
I don't like it. We have got a couple of other questions, but I think I might pause on those, hold those until after the next episode. Because shall we listen to the next one?
I just need a wee very, very
quickly. Well, in that case, shall we have our break now? If we have a quick, like a 10-minute break, or we could do 2, 5, and 5. Could have been a conversation we had before the stream, but I didn't think of it.
I'm easy. I'm just out of soda, so if I can go and get some more, that's great.
Okay. Yeah, lovely. So why don't we, yes, Jess has just suggested in my ear that we have a quick break and come back at 6:45.
Yeah.
So let's do that. We will listen to the next episode.
Brill.
Alrighty.
Cool. See you in a minute. Hello. We're back.
What up?
Thank you for being here. Actually, thank you to everyone who's watching. Thank you for everyone who's watching. Not just for watching, but also for backing us or being one of our Patreon subscribers. Because I can't remember if I said this last time, but we wouldn't be able to make Protocol without you, and we also wouldn't be able to make this without you. And this is a very, very lovely thing for us to do. So thank you very much. We are now going to be listening to episode 10, Saturday night. I could feel a sneeze coming, so let's see if that manifests. Who knows? I've checked. I did edit this one. Well, I did the vocal cut on this one. I remember this one, actually. It was quite a long process for several reasons. And Tessa was the sound designer, and Kathy was the mastering editor. And I should have shouted out Tessa and Kathy for the last episode as well, because they did the sound design and mastering on it. Saturday Night is written by Johnny and edited again by Alex. Yeah, and I know what's coming, and I want to stall, but I guess I can't. We have to listen to this. It's not that it's just Bonzo.
One
gets
of
me.
my favorite episodes.
It
Made it very high up on the Reddit poll. There was on the Magnus Protocol Reddit when they're doing the best episodes. I don't know if it
doesn't surprise me. I mean, it's a great episode, right? And it's a great character, and he haunts my dreams. So, without further ado, I'm gonna press play, and I'll ask again for a thumbs up if you can hear it.
Rusty Quill presents.
Lovely.
Yeah.
And chat if you can hear it as well. It'd be great to know, please.
The dulcet tones of Alexander.
Oh gosh,
Janiel.
we've got some chance for Bonzo.
Firehead has just put, does anyone have any feeling either way towards Mr. Blobby? Yes, I hate him with a passion.
Episode 10.
Yeah.
I think Mr.
same.
Blobby's scarier than Mr. Bonzo.
I agree.
Genuinely.
You know what you're getting with Mr. Bonzo.
But I think Bonzo is so scary because of
Yeah.
Mr. Blobby, frankly.
I don't know. Mr.
Father
Bonzo
of
is
the
a
Sun.
bit of a tryhard in comparison.
Hang on. Josh, at least Bonzo's honest. True.
There it is. It's
I love how it
begun.
goes straight into it.
Straight in, yeah.
I can't remember if you two were there at this point, if you'd left. I think Billy must have been there. Somebody put the Bonzo theme on Rusty Quill at the Christmas party.
I was there, yeah.
And no one would admit to it. I was like, it had to have been Martin. I was like, who did this?
Jess told me it was Hattie, I think.
Oh, Hattie.
I'm the host of Saturday on 6, Nigel Dickinson.
It's an absolute pleasure to
I
be
thought
here.
I immediately blamed
Nice
Martin.
to be on TV again.
It has been a while,
But-
hasn't it?
I've kept busy.
So, 25 years since Mr. Bonzo's debut. Why don't you tell
So-
us a little bit about how it all started?
Obviously,
I mean, it
I don't
started
think
as a joke.
Johnny and Alex aren't here,
Channel 6
but
approached me in '94 to be the host and
I
want
wanna
to
know if
Saturday
this-
night variety show.
this guy,
It was a risky move
Nigel
back then, of
Dickinson,
course. Channel
is
6
his
had
name
only
supposed to
existed for a
sound like
year,
Nigel
and I wasn't
Dickinson?
exactly a household
The
name.
bargain hunt guy.
I mean,
I
was
think
part
it
of the
must
BBC's family programming.
It
but I
also
was hardly
sounds
top of
like the
anyone's
actor
list.
mispronounces
Still,
it halfway through and
Nigel
says
Dickinson
Nigel
presents
Dickinson
Saturdays on 6 or
Oh, he
9,
might
so
do.
at
once
one
they started
point.
calling it,
And I've
it
just
really
got this
took
image
off.
of Nigel
I mean,
Dickinson
at the end of the
being
day, it was still the same sort
just
of variety show that the
stalked
BBC
by
and
Mr.
ITV
Blobby.
running on Saturday prime time. Skits, music, interviews.
I wonder if you could
some
make that
on-air action
happen,
features.
surely.
What marked us out
I believe
is
in a
that we
world where
didn't
we can
take
make that
ourselves
happen.
nearly
Not
as
really that
seriously
he's
as
being
them.
stalked, but like
The
a
whole
show
conceit
about
was
him
that the
being
set was
stalked.
To
built
be
like an
fair,
enormous
Nigel
comedy
Dickinson
dungeon, and I've been
must have
imprisoned
had a
by
run-in with
Mr.
Mr. Blobby at
Mr.
some
Six.
point.
Oh, he was our
Surely.
fictional head of
Because
Channel
they were
6,
both
and I had to
Were
teach
they
the
British
show, so I
TV
said,
icons.
at least.
Well, Nigel Dickinson.
Of course.
Yeah,
Been
we
around
had a
for
lot of fun with it.
ages.
At the top of each show,
He was
I'd
doing
get a
Bargain
phone
Hunt
call
when I
from
was a
Mr.
little
Six,
kid.
who was always very angry. And he'd say,
So-
Because Mr. Blobby was around when I was a kid, so I don't know.
But
When...
Mr. Blobby's made several comebacks, though, hasn't he?
Oh,
He
has
was-
he?
He was around.
Without, I don't know.
Was it
using
the
words
80s or the
up next
90s
or
that he
standing on
first
one leg
appeared,
or
and then he
something.
came back,
And
and then he
people
came back
loved it. They
again,
really
and
loved
then
it.
again.
And where did
He's like
Bonzo
sounds
come into it?
possible.
he's like a
Yes,
rash.
Mr.
He just
Bonzo,
doesn't
of course.
leak.
Like a rash.
Well, one of our big things was pranks. We had a whole
Bobby
section
Rash.
called
I don't
You've Got
remember
Bobby,
being
where
scared
we'd
by
invite
Mr.
some
Blobby when I was a
serious type of figure
child,
and make
which
him
is
look
quite
silly,
weird because I
like,
was a very
get a
scaredy
famous
cat,
footballer to do a bunch
as I
of
still am,
kick-ups, but we
frankly.
weighted the ball. And at the end, I'd come out and say, "You've got
I was more
berries,"
scared
and
of
give them this big golden raspberry
like
trophy.
real
It
things,
was all in fun,
like
no guests were hurt.
loud noises,
So one day,
spiders,
my producer
stuff like that.
had this fantastic idea.
If there was like
We did the
Daleks or
whole shtick
Cybermen or
inviting
Mr.
a
Blobby or
famous
something,
person
when I was a
on,
kid,
something
I'm
really
more
And we
unnerved
told them
by
we're going
Mr.
to have
Blobby
them do a segment
now
with
as
the
an
popular
adult than I was as a
children's
kid.
Mm.
I think.
Why?
obviously, these
Do you think it's
folk
because
won't
we
have any
develop
idea
a
about
fear
what
of
kids will
clowns and
actually
he's kind of
watch.
like a
So we
clownish
could come up with the most horrendous
character?
thing clown kids love.
Because obviously
and
he's
see
not a
how long
clown,
it took
but
for the guests to
he
realise
kind of
that
is.
they were the joke, that they'd been
It's
buried.
his voice to
So
me.
I came up with this awful
His
clown
voice
character.
sounds
This
like
big
His
bowl
voice
of
is
slotty
very,
seed
very
running
unsettling.
around,
he's got like
screaming
two
his own
voices
name
at
and
once.
generally being a nightmare.
Oh, sure.
And it's
Oh,
like,
Firehead
oh.
just did that, yeah.
You know, I honestly don't
Yeah.
remember. I know it wasn't me or Rich, but at
Yeah,
some
I
point
agree.
someone said it and the
the
name
blob.
just
Said in
stuck.
chat, I have a
It's
strong
the
memory
blob.
of
I don't
dancing
really
to
know what
Mr.
else to
Blobby at
say
a friend's
about it.
9th birthday
His
party.
name is
That was
voice.
horrific.
Oh, I
Oh,
didn't hear what you
God.
said. What did you
The
say
first
then,
show we
Shahan?
used
Sorry.
him.
Someone
We'd
just said
invited
in chat
Gotthard
that they have a
Rimbaud,
strong
the
memory of
chef.
dancing
He
to
was
Mr.
very big at the
Blobby
time,
at a
lots of
friend's
TV
9th
appearances,
birthday party.
Oh,
But I think he was looking to
My
soften his public
goodness.
image after the Mirror ran a story on him. I don't quite remember.
Britain's snootiest chef.
Ah, that was it, yeah. So after that, he agreed to do a segment on our show teaching
Yeah, because the
children how
name
to cook.
Gotthard Rimbaud
He's
sounds a bit
obviously
like
never
Gordon
seen the show and was
Ramsay.
completely oblivious to
I
kids'
think
that's
this-
who I imagine it's supposed to be.
I think this is all on
When
purpose.
Mr. Bonzo emerged
Oh,
out
for
of the
sure.
pantry,
Gordon
the
Ramsay
effect
just
was
like, Mr.
incredible.
Bonzo, you've got no
Rimbaud's
skill.
face went white, and he looked like he was about to scream. I'll be honest,
fucking
I
raw.
liked the suit already, but I hadn't seen it moving, and it was even freaking me out a bit. Rimbaud tried
Do
to
you know
keep
what?
it together.
This is another
As far as he knew,
example
the
of me
kids did love
realizing
Mr. Bonzo.
I edited
But
the
when
vocal
that
cut for
big,
this,
rubbery clown
but I
started
haven't
knocking
heard
over pans
it
and smashing eggs
soundscaped.
all over the studio.
So this is me hearing it soundscaped for the first time, and
Actually
like
tried to hide behind the shelving unit. And
the
finally,
audience
Bonzo
laughter is a
in
bit like
couple,
creepy,
Rimbaud
and like obviously with the
gently
music and
attacked him
stuff.
with
This
a
is really good.
He actually broke the arm of the guy wearing it.
Have you heard
which I took as my cue to enter with the golden
the scene when Gwen meets
was
him,
on live
all
TV, don't
edited and stuff?
Sounds like a
No, because I edited that as well.
You're gonna
I don't
hate
think
it.
I have anyway. Yeah, I'm sure I am.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
It's absolutely horrible in a good way.
Even with a broken arm.
Well, there was a different man in the suit, of course. There were a few of them over the years. It was very physically
Oh,
demanding.
Susanna
That
Fraser,
wasn't
that's
the
so
only
interesting.
injury we had with him.
Susanna
It
said that
actually
I
became a
unironically
sort of
loved my
ritual.
Blobby as a
It was
child,
never
but
the
I
black
watched
and
the
cruel
video of
way
April
Mr.
making Mr.
Bonzo until
Bonzo and
someone
had
else
honestly
joined.
forgotten he
Until
talked.
they got hit by a pan.
I nearly said that earlier because when you mentioned his voice, Billy, I was like, oh yeah, I'd kind of forgotten that he talked.
Doing it on Saturday night
And I think,
prime
yeah,
time,
maybe
pretty soon everyone
the
knows
voice
about it.
is
And the guests knew it
part
was
of how
coming.
the reason he's so
couple of
creepy,
requests.
maybe, and that's why he didn't
the
scare me as a
prank sort of
child.
died,
Either he
just
didn't as
became
much,
an
or
SOS
I'd
matter.
forgotten.
One of the many
To be
tormentors
fair,
in the
when
dark.
I think of
By the
Mr.
end, we'd even
Blobby,
retired Mr. Six,
the main
and it
thing
was
I
all
remember
Bonzo.
is when
Clearly it was the
I think
right
it might have
decision.
been on
The
like
kids certainly liked him.
one of those
It
like
turned out they really
panel
did
shows
think
with
he
like
was
Jimmy
hilarious.
Carr, and
Well,
Jack
once
Whitehall
they
was
went
on, and
to
he
it.
had a fear of Mr. Blobby, so they got Mr. Blobby to come in and
yeah.
scream at him, and he ran away. And Mr. Blobby's just going in, going Blobby, 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 and it's like, ugh.
Yeah,
undeserving #1 hit single actually
Yeah,
did
kind of like a
become number
Pokemon.
one hit single. We started construction on a small Bonzo Land theme park at one
Oh
point.
no.
It was a good time.
Land.
And then?
And then we all know what happened. People stopped liking Mr. Bonzo.
Such a small thing, but I love those breaths. That in breath and the out breath is so like,
No, that's fine.
so much said
And, like,
said in
You know,
them.
it was only the last one.
The way the
right?
music is
The
slowly
one where he was
rising.
caught. The police said there were 11 bodies in total, and his wardrobe was full of all sorts of homemade costumes.
Oh,
Who knows what he
yeah.
wore for the rest, but no.
And it like
Because he was caught dressed as Mr. Bonzo, that's all people remember. The
Bonzo Butcher.
The Bonzo Butcher. Ridiculous tabloid garbage. It didn't even look like him. He got the colours backwards. But they still splashed the image all over the front page. Complete overreaction.
when he says he got the colours backwards,
I mean, it was inappropriate
wouldn't that mean
to show
he
the public, I mean.
the costume was Mr. Blobby?
On the Mr. Bonzo brand.
Yeah, I think
Bonzo
maybe.
had halted
Yeah,
construction
good.
shortly afterwards,
good
and the
call.
suits decided it was best to temporarily halt production on SOS.
And how about you personally?
Well, of course, I got death threats. We had nothing to do with it, obviously. But
This has come out really well, actually, I think.
that was that. In the minds of the public, Mr. Bonzo had been completely changed.
Theme slowly fading
I'm
in
given
the
to
background.
understand
It's
he's still
just-
got some fans in the edgier parts of the internet.
And of
There's a
course
man-
he would still have fans in the edgier part of the internet, right?
Bonzo merchandise is still on sale via
Yeah.
our website. Do you feel
I remember.
uneasy
Oh
about
god, there would be a Mr.
That
Bonzo
what?
subreddit,
The
wouldn't
fact that a
there?
few sales might be
4chan
from
Mr.
people
Bonzo.
trying to be edgy. A man's got to make a living,
4chan
Justine,
Mr.
and it's not like I can tell if someone's buying a T-shirt ironically. Besides, people think of Nigel Dickinson
Shout out as
and
well
Mr.
for
Bonzo
Catherine
is
Luff,
never
who
far
is
behind.
the interviewer here. I feel like,
Changing my reputation.
I don't know,
In
just
the
really
lots of
sounds
ways I
like
know
an
he's
interviewer,
prisoner
Oh,
like
it's
a news
full-
night or
full,
something
full
interviewer,
on
right?
sounds like yeah,
It's great.
BBC like news.
Mhm.
Yeah.
recent rumours?
Excuse me?
The witness statements from 3 murders over the
I
last
told
5
your
years.
producer this wasn't
The
going
clever
to be
person
Yeah,
discussed.
the way she just like cuts through him.
Yeah.
This interview is
Do
over.
you think there could
Don't
be a
contact
Some of that
us
was the
again.
editing, but yeah.
It was a joke, all right? Mr. Bonzo was meant to be funny. Make
I remember
people
when
laugh. Is that
I
so
first
wrong?
heard the Mr.
Why am I
Bonzo
still
theme.
trapped dealing with all this?
After a recording session, Alex
go?
was desperate to
Why?
show it us, and he was like going like, yeah, listen to this bit, and then he was like talking us through it, and he was going like, yeah, and this is the part where he picks up someone and slams them down on table. I'm like,
Oh yeah.
fucking hell, Alex.
That last little breakdown that Nigel has, we had he gave us so many different versions of like different sized breakdowns. It was wonderful to get to choose from so many, but there was a lot to be like, oh no, feel a lot of pressure on which one to choose here.
You want a cup?
What's the best breakdown?
I'm cutting back on caffeine.
Like the
Celia.
what do they call it?
Oh, Colin, my sweet prince.
No problem. I'm still new.
Where is everyone?
Gwen's
Spoiled
on
for choice, that's what
assignment,
they call
whatever
it.
that means, and Alice and Sam are following up something from a case.
Right. Shame. Wanted Alice's thoughts on something. You know anything about computers?
Not really. Weren't you on leave?
For my brain? Yeah. Didn't work. Talked to 3 therapists. None of them even knew what a logic gate is. What the hell use is that going to be?
I don't
None.
know.
I was just sat there twiddling my thumbs.
I hadn't
Best thing
really
for me is figuring this
clocked
out.
before that. I kind of make.
Right.
Oh nope.
So the others are
Spoiler
all
for season
gone
2.
out, right?
Gonna shush.
What?
Yeah.
Not a big
Oh.
one,
Great.
but
Makes things easier.
I'm not gonna say it.
Don't say it.
Nope.
Don't say it.
Maybe don't tell them I've been on their terminals. They won't
Yeah.
get it wrong.
Sure. Cool. Well, I think that was the kettle, so I'll probably just leave you to it.
Yeah. Oh, and Celia,
Hmm?
if Lena asks, I wasn't here.
Sure.
So what's that?
I'll never forget when they was it roundabout was it April Fool's Day where they uploaded an hour long or like a 10-hour long Bonzo? Oh, it was an hour long, wasn't it? It was like bonus episode, and then we went on it and it was like an hour long Bonzo theme.
Crumbling, rotten ruin.
And then they deleted
Oh
it. But
gosh, I just realised what's happening.
Yes,
Magnusing.
Magnusing.
Touché.
Prime
We go to the place and do
Magnusing.
the thing.
Point out, I still
Oh
don't
dear, and everything was fine.
Is it
Yeah.
bad
It's all
vibes?
completely okay.
Because
No horrible,
I found them.
no horrible otherworldly
Oh,
powers
no. False alarm. Just a dead
got
rat.
released.
Ugh.
No horrible
Lovely.
abominations.
This
Will
It was
you?
all good.
Because that sounds very suspiciously like the kind of line someone says when they don't know what they're looking for.
I love
honestly
this
don't
scene.
know what you expect. It's a ruin. Burned wood, collapsed rooms, rubble. It's not exactly a treasure trove.
If you're that bothered, you can head home. Don't let me keep you.
Sam, there is honestly nowhere I'd rather be
I
than
love this
here
line.
with you.
I think
And
my
to be
favourite.
clear, I mean that in a profoundly depressing way. It's Saturday night, and I'm choosing
I think my
to hang out
favourite
in a
thing
hole
to
with you. A wet
to come out
hole.
of this episode
Not
is
the good
the
kind
term
either.
baby shrimp.
Well, thanks then.
Oh, is that from here?
Well, you're welcome.
It seems to have
then, I
stuck.
guess.
Hang
She's
on.
called him a baby
What
shrimp
was
a
that?
few times now.
There's a few, yeah. Turn back. Shine your light over. Yes.
Wait,
It's so awkward.
Excellent strain noises.
we're getting
It's
excited
so awkward
over
doing
that.
strain noises.
It'll be
And you're like,
empty.
just
And
sat here
even
like.
if it isn't, it's rusted shut.
Which means I should be able to break the lock.
And find
I
a
really love
peer-reviewed paper
composing
on all
them
the
though,
tetanus
putting them
you're
all
going to
together
get.
to be like,
You
ah,
gotta
this is
cut
how it,
yourself up
how the
from
flow goes.
mulch.
Got it.
So, any life-changing revelations or
Mulch.
mulch? That's right.
We love mulch. Only it was just mulch.
You all right?
I'm
Mulch
fine.
magazine.
Ow.
Oh.
Look, Sam,
Oh.
you asked me to come
So
and I came.
pathetic.
I'm sorry that this isn't the closure or whatever it was you were searching for, but I think you're wasting your time.
I
We're
just-
lucky this place hasn't already collapsed on us.
I think this scene is just written
That makes two of us.
really naturally.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think
I
it just
get it,
sounds.
okay?
I really believe
It
that
has some weird bits.
this is your
I'll grant
dynamic. This
you.
is how you talk.
That carved floor in the big
yeah.
atrium.
I
I
love
don't know
it.
what's going on with that.
Yeah.
But whatever ghosts
I
you're
think it's so
hoping to
easy to
bust,
say as well. Like,
I don't think they're here.
once we got to that point, we're 10 episodes in,
Mm.
and
Sam,
we've got our fine.
relationship
established.
Fine,
Like, this is how
yeah,
Sam and
seriously,
Alice will be.
I literally just
Kind of
talked you into
adventuring.
leaving. Please don't now tell me you've actually found something.
That's
that-
quite the
Because also like, oh sorry.
It's a key.
Because also like
Oh yeah.
getting
And you know what that
through
means?
what you're
Someone's
doing as
gym
well.
bag
Like
is
this
getting
is a
really
really
grim,
physical
trapped in a locker
scene.
somewhere.
Like a lot of physical stuff is
Alice.
happening. Like you're finding things, you're looking for things.
Fine.
And I do. To me, it's very.
10
It
more
still
minutes.
manages to be a very
And
naturalistic
I'm keeping the umbrella.
conversation, and like very believable for both of your characters.
Yeah.
But also you get a sense of what's happening, and obviously the soundscaping is helping with that. But like, oh no, sorry, the doorbell.
Here he comes.
Oh no!
Who might it be?
I remember editing this as well. God.
Coming. What?
Nigel Dickerson.
Do you know what time it is?
I've suddenly
Everything's-
lost
I've lost
sound.
We've lost.
Oh!
We've lost Lowri.
Lowri's gone. Bonzo got her. No.
Oh dear.
No.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. That's not good.
What? Where's she gone?
Oh no.
Where's she gone? Her what? She...
Oh dear.
Oh, it's... Oh no.
That's,
Oh.
That is no good at all.
It was Bonzo. He's cut the power lines.
Oh bloody Bonzo.
He's going for her.
He's done it.
Oh no.
I'll play. I've got a musical instrument. I'll play the Bonzo. Keep the people entertained.
Yeah.
Okay. I have many.
Yes, we
musical
are. We are
instruments I
still
don't know how to
live, aren't
play.
we?
So, in the meantime,
Good.
you get me.
Lowri was a good woman. She worked very hard editing the sound and playing Celia. We will miss her greatly. After the clown appeared and took her from us most cruelly. Yea, O Lord, how we give her unto you. The funny thing is, Lowri won't have seen any of that.
She won't.
Oh God. Oh. What is that you've got? What can I have a look at it? Is it?
My wonderful fiance bought me this at I don't know what she got it from. It's called a melodica. It was in a cardboard box with a panda on it. All the writing was in Japanese. I don't know how to play it.
I think you did really well there.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I don't know if it'll zoom. It has some kind of writing, English
I can vaguely
letters,
make
but
some of it out.
don't know what it means. It says Adi Soyadi Okulu Sinifi no. So if anyone knows what that means, please let me know.
I have no idea.
Nico said, Shahan, it's not too late to bribe Sam for you to record season 2.
Susanna Fraser's put, by the power invested in me, by the dint of being Anglican, I hereby state Billie Hindle is now a priest because I said so. Yeah. Oh?
Oh, yes.
We've got questions, have we?
What
question.
Are your guesses? What are your guesses for why Sam and Alice broke up? Okay. Oh.
I've actually thought about this a few times.
Yeah, me too.
Who sent that question?
Well, I did see that in chat.
I saw it earlier.
While we were giving Lowri
a beautiful funeral, a beautiful service. I've thought about this a few times, and
silly salmon.
I don't. Obviously, I don't know. It's not been told to me by Alex or Johnny or anything like that. I kind of feel like there was no inciting incident, and it was just a slow uncoupling of two people who were similar but different, and it just. They got together while they were in uni, obviously, while they were both quite young. I just have a feeling it got to a point where they were just like, this isn't really going to work. We're not quite the same people we used to be. And in the Fluff episode, the way Colin says, I want a full report in a year after you've hurt yourself reopening that particularly scrawny can of worms.
Yeah.
That to me indicates that before episode 1, it's been a while since they've properly talked. So that's my guess, is that we've got Lowri back, sort of.
Oh, we have a Lowri back.
But yeah, that's my guess. It was just a sort of slow.
That's Lowri's intro.
She hath risen.
She has risen.
Oh, she's gone again.
Oh, never mind.
But yeah, anyway. What do you think happened?
Do you know what? Funnily enough, I actually have a very similar line of thinking. I think it was. Oh, hang on. I've got Lowri back, kind of. Right. And we've got audio Lowri, but no video Lowri. Maybe. Okay, I'll continue to answer the question until we've got Lowri back. No, I completely agree. I think, yeah, obviously they got together in uni, so if I was to extrapolate a little bit, they're at a point where you're kind of still figuring out who you are, and if you're in a relationship while also trying to figure out who you are, then as you start figuring out who you are at the same time as the relationship, things can start to kind of uncouple, and you figure out that maybe pieces of yourself don't really match up now that they've settled, and you figured it out with the person that you're with. And I think that goes, and you see it as well in a lot of Sam and Alice's dynamic anyways, and that there's a really strong chemistry and friendship there, but they clash in ways that just wouldn't work.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible it was right person, wrong time sort of thing. Watch it now. Alex will just like tune in and go, "Ha! Joke's on you! Alice cheated on Sam with Mr. Bonzo," and then he disconnects.
No.
No, but yeah, I agree with you. I think. Okay, I'll while we're waiting for Lowri, I think she's halfway back. I've got a question from Susanna Fraser. For Billy, what do you think Alice's first impressions of Celia are, or were? I think her first impressions of Celia were just like, oh look, this is another person. Probably wasn't expecting her to last too long. I think that quickly changes, especially after it becomes quickly clear that Sam is interested in Celia. I think Alice has some bit of jealousy in there, and probably sees Celia as like, oh,
Can you hear me?
Yes,
I can. Yes, are you back?
I'm back. I'm so sorry. Please continue with Alice's first impressions on Celia, though.
Oh yeah, so yeah, I think it started off. I think in episode 6 at least, it was very much like, oh, here's another drone. And then sort of a few episodes later, it was like, oh, okay, Sam's interested in this person. Right, but I'll still I'll still be friendly, you know. And then I think it gets a little bit more like she doesn't like how Celia is feeding into Sam's Magnus obsession. So I think a bit of animosity comes out of that. Like, not to any point of her actually disliking Celia, but to a point where it's like, oh, you know what? I'll just leave you two up to it. You both kind of suck. But yeah, I think first impressions were just, she'll probably be gone next week. Like,
sorry, I am trying to organize the tech site still.
Yes, I think we need to exit your old stream and start your new stream.
I can.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I can hear it.
Hooray! So sorry, everyone. My power went. Fingers crossed that doesn't happen again. And of course, the
it has
episode
started episode 12. We were
no,
only.
It's the same issue where it's like I have all 3 on one track, and it's just titled episode 12, basically.
I thought I just heard Alex say "getting off" though.
Oh, is it?
Alex just said "getting off."
Oh, it's playing, but it's not playing for me.
Oh
no.
yeah, it was playing. Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry, everyone. This is hilarious. I can't hear it, so I was just like, it's fine.
We were halfway through episode 10 when we stopped.
Okay. But why can't I hear it now?
Bonzo appearing. Gwen going round to Nigel Dickerson's house.
It's a hole, Sam. It's a dark and manky hole.
Okay, this is still too far. This is still too far. It's a hole, Sam.
We might have got it's been restarted on my computer, and I now can't hear you if I can hear the audio, but I can hear the episode playing if I can't hear you two talking. If you can, Jess, that would be great. So sorry to everyone who's watching. Jess has just offered to try and play the audio so that hopefully I will also be able to hear it. So we are sorting that out. Okay, so apparently we are going to be muted for 30 seconds while we figure this out. Is it worth us having a second 5-minute break so we can just come back with this done?
Yes.
With this sorted, hopefully. Should we
Yes.
do that? So everyone, thank you for your patience. Billie, Shahan, Meg, Hattie, Jess, thank you so much for, keeping the stream going while I was just like going to my
we're
fuse
great.
box.
We gave you a funeral.
We did.
Oh, that's nice. I look forward to watching it, and hopefully it was very moving. Shall we come back at 20... Should we say 25 past to be safe? That gives us 8 minutes to sort out the tech.
Okay.
Thank you.
See you in a bit, everyone.
See you in a bit, everyone.
See you in a bit.
Hello.
Hey.
That was actually a really bad time. I also what a strong comeback. Yes. Who knows what happened there? My power just went. Hopefully that won't happen again. We think we are all tech sorted. Shall we carry on with the episode and yeah, the stream?
Let's
I will
go.
hit play.
Here
Everyone
we
can hear
are.
that?
Hang on, someone's at the door.
Hey. Hey.
I'm coming.
Fun fact, in my building, it's like an intercom sort of, you can buzz for the apartments. And instead of it being like ding dong or something, it's literally and I'm like,
oh no.
Every time it goes off, I'm like,
That's
so
terrible.
loud. And then I have to go and pick it up, but they keep spamming it, so it keeps going, and I'm like, hello.
I love it.
It's not for me.
Oh, I just realised, yeah, we're back early. Chat might have been on a break. So sorry to anyone who left and we started back early.
We came too soon.
Sorry, chat.
Oh, I'm sorry about this.
Oh, it's begun.
I hate it.
Oh my god! Try not to stare. He doesn't like it when people stare.
I hadn't really taken in what was happening, even though I know. Oh no!
Mr. Bonzo, meet. I didn't actually get the
Anusha plays the fear so well. Can he read?
Oh, I said don't stare. Looks like they've got another one for you. Give it to him.
Right. What?
Name, address. Tell him where to go.
What? I don't... No one told me anything. Who's in there?
What are you talking about? The envelope. Just give him the envelope.
Can he read?
Just do it.
Oh, the breathing.
Oh, thank God. That nearly went very badly.
I don't...
Tell the people who sent you. You're welcome. Again.
Okay.
Now, get out of his house.
Out of his house.
So that most of Bonzo there is like soundscaping, because I haven't heard him like that before.
They make him sound so heavy and moist.
Yeah, like he's filling the space. Yeah, and Anusha's performance there is fantastic. I hope this is okay for me to say, but like we had some trouble with her audio early on that we just were like, how do we fix this issue? So, and I remember that scene, there was issue with her audio, and her breath work was lost, and it was so good. It was heartbreaking to hear how good it was, and then be like, we can't use this.
That really hurt, didn't it?
Oh my goodness.
Come here. So much for your key.
We're here, aren't we?
And where is here exactly?
Someone's office, I guess.
Archipelago.
Looks like it held up better than the rest.
Who do you reckon Archie was?
Huh?
I found one of those old-timey name block things.
Archipelago?
I'm sorry, what?
What?
You're just going to skip straight to Archipelago?
No,
I don't know. Architect. Archive.
I mean, there are books, I suppose. Books, anyway.
Nice chair. I could look real ominous swiveling in that thing.
I wouldn't risk it. Not unless you want woodworms up your butt.
How much
Ew.
black mold
That explains the pattern on the floor.
What is that?
Loads.
Worm tracks. Or, you know, symbols of ancient otherworldly power. One or the other.
Look, you can be creeped out or sarcastic, but not both.
Watch me. Careful.
Oh, thank goodness you said that. Otherwise, I would have jumped up and down.
I love that.
I dropped the key
What was that? Because it sounded a lot like, I'm
Priorities.
sorry, Alice, you were right. We should
This
head
man
back
does
now
not
before I
have
get
his
myself
priorities
killed,
straight.
falling into a soggy pit. Gosh, you're sexy. Here's a 20 for your trouble.
We can't. This is the first clue we found.
Clue? What clue? It's a hole, Sam. It's a dark and manky hole.
I love
in a
this scene
dark
so
and
much.
manky
I
office,
used it in
a
my
dark and manky building riddled with
my
bugs
voice
and
actor
God
show
knows
reel.
what
Oh,
else.
lovely.
I'm sorry, but
Good choice.
enough. This isn't some
Shows
grand
off
clue to
a
your
myriad of
childhood.
skills in like
It's a hole.
a little 2-minute section.
Time to go, Sam.
Although I just realised my voice
am
reel is kind of
sorry.
morbid.
I know you've
Got
got
this, and the first scene is me getting shot in the back of the head.
Oh no.
I know.
I'm not short on mine.
I have memories of
It's
weird
definitely-
stuff I saw here, but no context.
I did it quite recently as well. I think there's some tries forgotten. Oh, there's definitely
Why
Cry
the
Havoc
poses?
on there.
Why they didn't choose me?
I do need to update mine.
Maybe find the
I'm
bit
going to
where everything
replace
started to go wrong.
my third scene with my scene from Partial Veil because
It's too late.
the other ones I have are a bit too old. Like,
I care.
No,
I did quite a lot of...
Not a lot, mind.
Sorry.
'cause I did quite a lot of like VA stuff
But the truth is, closures
sort of
for movies made.
pre-COVID, and then there
All
was
we
like a
get is
good
manky
few
holes.
years when I didn't do anything.
Mm.
And then
There's a cream for that.
since
There's
Magnus,
my
I've done
baby
loads, so it's like...
Come on.
I think the last time I edited mine actually was before we'd done Protocol, so maybe I should probably put some
I
of that
thought
in.
that was you.
Yeah, protocol in.
Messed yourself
Don't
with
worry,
it.
Aw.
Charming.
I calls it as I smells it. Now, as fun as it is being
Pumpo.
minutes away from getting our own creepy case,
Oh
I could really do with a drink.
no, but who are we staying with?
I'm trying to remember what we were talking about as the distant Waller.
I remember going like, oh, do you reckon that pub is still open?
I was
And
going to
think
say,
you
this is
something like,
Manchester.
it's Manchester, probably. And I
Yeah.
think I was like, oh, do you reckon they'll serve us? You stink like a dead fox or something.
Yeah, that
and,
rings a bell.
and then you were like, yeah.
Oh no.
Oh,
It's been
here
done.
comes Beth.
Everyone, look out! Plot.
Ooh. Ah. Well, things are heating up.
The Magnus
They are
Protocol is a
indeed.
podcast distributed by Rusty Quill. and
Something we
licensed
didn't
under
do
a
after the
Creative
last one, I
Commons
forgot.
Attribution Non-Commercial Share
And I'll
Alike
do for this
4.0
as well. Like, on a
international
scale of
license.
1 to 5, how much do you
The
think your
series is
character
created
should
by
have quit
Jonathan
after
Sims
that
and Alexander
episode?
J. Newell.
Ooh,
Celia,
this
I
one.
think
By Alexander
fine.
J. Newell.
1.
This one is
Episode was
fine.
written by Jonathan Sims
Like a
and edited
2.
with additional materials by Alexander J. Newell. The vocal edits by
I
Lowri Ann
think for
Davies,
Alice, not that
sound
bad.
design by Tessa
I think
Vrooman,
like
and mastering
probably like a
Catherine
2 for
Nell,
her or
with
something,
music by
but
Sam Jen.
she would say for Sam it's like an 8 or a 9.
It featured Billie Hindle as
Yeah.
Alice Dyer,
Hey.
Shahan Hamza as
Yeah.
Farmer Kali, Anusha Battersby as Gwen Bouchard,
Okay, I'm not doing it for everyone. Sorry.
Colin Becker, and Lowri Ann Davies.
I think the question would, the answer would be very different if it was Anusha you were asking.
Protocol is produced by April Summer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually,
Alexander J.
Gwen
Newell,
needs to have quit yesterday.
Yes.
I think.
Samantha F. G. Hamilton. And associate producers Jordan L. Hawke.
Did you?
Girl
How
has
many
some
questions
notes
did you do? How long was I gone for? Because it was all a bit of a blur for me. It was like 5 minutes
We did like 2 questions after giving you a funeral service.
after the. Oh, I'm very
To subscribe,
excited
view
to see that.
associated materials,
Shahan played his melodica whilst I gave a sermon.
Is that actually what happened?
Yes.
on Facebook, or email
So
us by
excited.
mail@rustyquill.com.
It's because I was just thinking, like, we could do a question or two now, or we could go straight through.
I
Top
think the only
7. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, should we go
Yeah.
straight through? Okay, I'm going to leave the audio running. We are about to listen to Protocol, Magnus Protocol, episode 12, Getting Off.
Rusty Quill.
Written by Alex, edited by Johnny this time. Switched it up a
Of
bit.
course, the one called Getting Off was written by Alex.
Yeah. I did have to double check that actually was the title.
Yeah.
See, I don't remember that being the episode name.
I don't either. I wonder if they changed it
I
last
think they
minute.
did change it. I think quite a few of them have different names when
Like
we're
working
given them.
titles, yeah.
And then when I listened to it, I'm like, because I think when I listened to this one, I was like, what the fuck? That wasn't its name.
This one, oh, this is another one that I edited actually. I think. Let's find out.
It is an even
Tessa, Lowri, Tessa, Kathy combo.
Ugh.
That's what is that ship name?
I don't know.
Locasa.
Locasa. I like it.
The secret tunnel is actually hidden behind the fridge, so...
Yeah.
Lol, flirt.
Oh, bit of flirting, Sam. Go on.
Get in there, son.
Cheeky bit of flirting.
Oh, middle cupboard on the left, isn't it?
Empty.
Well, if it's not there, it might just be out. Tell you what.
Oh, I just remembered you're really sweet and you go and get a tea bag. I'm being like, how long do we leave this?
Here you go.
Oh, you stunner! Where'd you find that?
Oh, you stunner. I
Oh, you
can't.
stunner.
I can only hear that in Alex's voice. That is such an Alex-ism.
It really is.
You stunner.
See here, take the tea bag.
Susanna Fraser's just put, Anusha told me about Alex demonstrating the attack to her and it sounded hilarious. Yeah, Alex half acted out the attack to the theme song whilst we were on a call. It was horrifying. He looked so proud of himself as well.
Or not, I mean, you don't have to, obviously. Not like in exchange for a tea bag or anything. I just let
I love listening to the outtakes
Sorry,
because I forget I said half of them.
It's complicated. I would need to sort some stuff out first.
Water your dog, walk your pot plant.
Aww.
Something like that.
Well, hey, no worries. I totally
Bro's so
understand.
used to rejection, it sounds like.
Saturday? 6? Under the clock at Leicester Square? That work?
Shell shocked.
Well, breakfast. You know what I mean.
Oh, yeah.
This scene must have been such a roller coaster for Sam.
It was really fun to record.
See you.
Sorry, Alice. Didn't see you there.
Ooh, sorry, Alice.
Enter Alice.
What?
See your shoulder barges, Alice.
Sorry.
Oh, this bit.
Fine. I was just wondering, though. That is to say,
It always gets me the way Sam just goes,
what if you and I, whether perhaps, if it's not too much trouble, maybe go to purchase a cup of liquid?
A cup of liquid.
Room to have absolutely no game. You still ask people out like a baby foal with tap dance. It worked, didn't it? Maybe. Then again, maybe she's in the office right now, packing her bags, burning off her fingerprints, and booking a flight to Costa Rica. Hard to tell. You're just jealous. Oh, yeah. Can't believe I'm missing out on all of this.
Aww.
Devastating. Listen, Alice. Thanks. For what? For coming with me to the Institute, even though you knew it was going to be a waste of time. And money? And money, yeah. Well, don't worry about it. It wasn't that bad. Really? No, it was awful. I'm just lying if I consider it like that. Well, either way, I've been thinking on it since we came back, and I reckon you were right. I think I'm done with Magnus stuff.
Yeah, that lasted.
If only.
Why?
It's done.
You're telling me
that if
I can quit whenever I want.
with the title Magnus Institute re Samana Khalid Massive Conspiracy, you wouldn't be tempted? No? Cool. You don't though, do you? That was just like a joke, right? Come on. For now, let's just focus on getting you as jaded and apathetic as possible. I'm sure Celia will love that. Yeah, well, we don't always get what we want, do we?
Ooh.
Claim review EL-56920.
Oh, this one.
Policyholder Soho Jacks Limited. Policy number 548651-656. Policy type Employer's liability. Site address Soho Jacks, 9 Carlisle Street, London, W1D 3BK. Affected employee Ms. Jordan Bennett. Date of incident 9 March 2024. Incident location on site. Documentation crime report submitted. Medical practitioner's report submitted. Incident book entry submitted. First aiders report submitted. Supervisor's incident report submitted. HSE communications submitted. Health and safety policies submitted. Employment contract submitted. Claim valuation
Office, like
1.56 million
bumps
pounds
that we have to
sterling.
go through.
Assessment conclusion.
Like the
The
bureaucracy.
horror that is about to get.
Fraudulent
Bureaucracy, thank you so
See
much. That was the
incident
word I was looking
description
for.
of police report. Incident description as follows. I've been advised by my lawyer that I should cooperate with your insurance claim, even if I am suing
Anusha's
your
just
assets to
Anusha, I think you missed the
Something
funeral.
about acting in good faith.
Oh, she
So
did.
You'll
here
have
is
to
my
watch the
account of
stream
what
back
happened,
to see what I
for
mean.
all the good it'll do. I could apologise for the handwriting, but since it's your damn fault, I won't bother. I started working at Jack's in the spring of 21 after finishing the Flair Academy 6 months earlier. I hadn't found a job the whole time, and I was just about to call it. Go back to flipping burgers when Jack's replied. Got an interview straight away, bossed the demo, and somehow found myself tending at the Soho Gentlemen's Club. Jack's has dances on the bottom 2 floors with VIP suites for hire above, with a dedicated bouncer keeping them separate. Really, it's just a quieter box with a private bar, some comfy chairs, and the option of private dancers. It's always booked up with swank dickheads trying to show off.
I forget
Stags
this.
are the worst.
Can't necessarily
They're
also
cheap,
see
they're
chat at the same
loud, they
time.
drink too much, tip too little, and only ever hire one dance for the groom. Plus, there's always some nice guy that won't shut up about exploitation without even bothering to stop staring. This lot weren't the worst. Just a bunch of heavy-set middle-aged lads with names like Ozza or Rozza or whatever. My guess was they used to be a school rugby team or something. The groom was fine, acted embarrassed even though he was obviously keen, and they were easily pleased. They mostly just ordered lager, so I did a couple of helicopters and a flash with some empties just for show, and then left them to it and got ahead with restocking while they all swore they'd come back every year. No one ever does. They started giving the groom gifts. Same old tat as always. Cufflinks, poo gags, all the standard stuff. Then the groom spotted the last one on the table, this cheap yellow and purple kid's lunchbox. It looked old and shoddy, and no one admitted to bringing it in, but the groom just squealed with glee and carefully opened it before pulling out a bunch of old
I
souvenir
really like the decision to make it so
postcards, key rings, all
quiet
sorts of crap. All the same yellow and
at the
purple.
start.
Last of all, a
Creeps up
cracked
on
CD
ya.
case.
How long does
When they
it
saw
take
it,
you
the whole bunch
generally?
gave this
How long did
big laughing cheer.
How long did this?
I could see which
episode
way
take
the
you
wind
to
was
edit?
blowing, and
Lowri?
sure enough,
Because
the
I only
came
did the
over and
vocal
asked if he
bit,
could play
so
it.
like
Yeah.
Tessa
The
did
cover had this
all the
awful
sound
Comic
and
Sans
Kathy as well
title,
with the mastering.
Mr. Bonzo's
Honestly,
on his
it
way.
varies.
I
It
wasn't
depends.
exactly thrilled by this. Mr. Bonzo was
I
way
don't think
before
this
my
one
time,
took
and from
that
what I'd
long
seen online,
because
he'd always looked pretty messed up.
the cast
Hey,
is so
it was
small.
their
There were
night.
only 5 of us
They
in
wanted
this
to spend
episode, I
it on
think.
some cringy nostalgia
And it's
trip.
all
Who was I
people
to say
who,
no?
at this point,
This kind of thing
have
happened often
recorded a
enough that
lot,
we
so the
kept a
audio is
battered old
pretty
CD player in the
dependable
back that we
and
could
like
patch
know
into
the
the wooden
characters.
speakers,
So like
just in case. So I ducked back there,
chances are there are
put it
fewer
on,
takes.
turned the volume
and,
down as low as I
yeah,
could
it's
get away with, and prayed it wasn't too obnoxious.
and cleaning the audio isn't too
Immediately,
bad.
the cheering children's voices
Sometimes with
blared
guests,
out the speakers, accompanied by bouncy tubas
it's not
loud enough
necessarily
to drown out
their
the rest
audio
of the
isn't
club's music.
good.
It was awful.
It might just be that I am more
could hear the
used
lads
to
stamping
editing
the
your
floor in
voices
rhythm,
now,
and as the
so I
kids
know what to
started
look out
singing, the men were
for.
singing along.
Whereas it's like
Mr.
learning a new
Bonzo's
voice
on
if
his
it's a
way.
guest
He wants to stay. He wants to play.
speaking.
Mr.
Or
Bonzo's on his
sometimes
way.
maybe
He
their
wants
audio
to
is
stay.
like,
He
oh,
wants
I
to
don't
play.
know, maybe something went
I
wrong,
gave
maybe
them
the
a
wrong
minute since I
microphone
didn't
or
want to be a
something.
total killjoy, but
But
finally I reached over and turned off the CD
so
player.
it varies
Derek came down
hours.
from the office to have a word.
I'd estimate 12.
Instead of stopping, it
12 hours.
just grew
8
louder,
to 12
rattling
all
the
together,
glassware in
maybe.
the bar. Mr. Bonzo's on his way. He
Maybe
wants
more,
to stay. He wants to play. I even yanked the cables from the speakers, but it just kept getting louder. I was just reaching for my walkie to call for a techie when I heard this massive crash from the room, followed by this cheer from the party. I rushed back
You
in
could just
ready
hear
to give them a bollocking, but then
Yeah.
hesitated behind the door when I saw
The
it.
score is just
It was
phenomenal.
hunched in the doorway, a bulbous figure with a purple hat that cast crazed shadows in all directions thanks to the club's lighting. Then it doffed its hat and pushed itself into the room, foam catching on the door frame with a squeak that set my teeth on edge. Its massive, bulbous, googly eyes seemed
It's really
to
funny,
roam all over
actually,
the room before settling on
listening to it now.
and it was almost as if the
I'm
huge,
taking in the
toothy
meaning
grin
more,
grew
because
that
like the
little
last
bit
time I was
wider when
like
it saw him.
listening to this, I was cleaning it,
The
so I'm not
rugby
really
boys were
taking in
tripping
what
over themselves to get
like
in and
that's
hug it, laughing,
that
pushing the groom to the front,
detail of
so
like
I
the
figured at
squeak
that
as he
point it was
pushes
prank.
himself through the
Again,
door.
none
I'd
of them
never
took
really picked
credit
up
for
on
it, and
before.
there was a moment of genuine hesitation until
There's a
one
bit
of them
later
yelled out,
on where
"It's your lap dance, Baz," and they all
one
fell
of
about
the
laughing.
one of the guys
I
like
know you'll think
slashes
I
at
should have
him
seen
and
the funny
like
side of it. After all, they
ooze
weren't
starts
bad
coming out of
bunch,
him
but
like pus.
I was pissed. Not at them, they didn't know any better, but at Joey the doorman. Derek had already ripped him a new one after he ducked out for a smoke and left me alone with punters. If he'd done it again, and this time accidentally let this kind of thing happen, I was ready to kill him myself. I began to stride over, readying for the inevitable complaints, then hesitated as I saw something far
It's
more
different when you know that this is like because Gwen delivered a letter.
Yeah.
I guess it makes it more immediate.
Poking
It places
just
it in
inside
time.
the still open doorway. Joey's boots.
Yeah.
And they weren't moving. Just then the googly eyes
Poor
turned to
Joey.
me, and a puffy finger raised cheekily to its mouth. By this time the men had all started chanting "Bonzo, Bonzo, Bonzo" and stamping their feet and banging the tables in a circle around the pair in the centre as the music grew deafening, distortions creeping in as the speakers strained. I grabbed for my walkie to call for help, but as I raised it to my face I could hear that same god-awful tune blaring from the tinny little speaker. Mr. Bonzo's on his way, he wants to stay, he wants to play. I started to yell at them, telling them to stop, to get out before we called the police, but none of them heard. They were still focused on the thing as it took the groom by the arms and began to spin him around faster.
Oh, Anusha can't hear what's happening.
The watching men were falling over one another in hysterics as it drew itself up to its full height, a full head taller than the largest of them, and, still spinning, suddenly ripped the groom's arms from their sockets with the grisly snap of bone, tendon, and muscle. I remember they were still laughing as the groom began to scream, blood flooding out of his shoulders in gouts. It was only when I screamed with him that they realised what was happening. They began screaming themselves as Mr. Bonzo plunged its oversized hand into the groom's mouth, his teeth unable to penetrate its sweaty hide. The other hand closed over his face, stubby fingers pressing into his eyes and smothering his nose. Then the two hands jerked apart, unfolding the groom's head with another flowering explosion of blood. The men began to roar, some in rage, but most in terror. A few of the bigger guys picked up chairs or bottles and began to beat
so
and slash at the
visceral.
thing. It didn't seem to notice, its bulbous, bloodshot eyes staying fixed on the groom's body as it raised it overhead. One slash from a broken bottle burst one of the spots on its body, releasing a stream of thick, viscous liquid sloughing out from inside. Some vile mixture of putrid water, rotten foam and rancid meat. The Bonzo thing didn't seem to notice as it raised the body.
Uh-oh.
Oh, we've lost Lowri again.
Oh, she's gone again.
It's Mr. Bonzo's fault. Yea, and we lay to rest our esteemed colleague and friend, Lowri Ann Davies. Jess, did Lowri say that you should just play the episode if she goes
Yeah.
again? Oh,
Lowri 02
Bonzo. Oh dear me. There must be some.
Oh dear.
There must be some power line problems in Lowri's neck of the woods.
Indeed. Okay.
Okay, we're going to get muted for a little bit while Jess sorts stuff out. Okay.
Yes, we're getting. I forget they can't hear Jess, so I'm going to be playing an absolute just a melody. Hope everyone's ready. Ah. Oh, we are back.
You can hear us. They can hear us.
Oh,
Okay.
they missed out on my masterpiece.
Oh, honestly, he played it so well.
Yes. I called
Right.
it Bonzo Sonata in B minor.
Oh wait.
I only stop what Lowri's stream. There we go.
Anusha, were you here for the first funeral? Oh, can she not? Well,
brethren, sisterins,
that's great.
transgender and undecided. We gathered here to mourn the technical capabilities of this Rusty Quill
Rusty
stream.
Quill stream. Oh dear me.
Yeah, no, it's loading.
I am clicking on your stream, Jess, and it
now
says
it's paused.
stream paused.
You've minimized the
Jess has
application.
minimized the
Sit
application.
tight.
Sit tight, and it still is saying that. Shh. Nope.
No.
Stream is still paused, according to.
The thing. It didn't seem to notice. Its bulbous, bloodshot eye.
It's just saying your stream is paused. It says the stream you're viewing currently has reduced video or audio quality. This may be due to network conditions.
Oh dear.
Yeah, Laurie's just put. You're gonna have to. I think you're gonna have to finish this without me. That's a shame.
Hey, chat. What's the weirdest thing you think Bonzo has ever eaten from Anusha? Cereal.
Cereal. Tic Tacs. Because they wouldn't work. His breath's probably disgusting.
Oh my god. Does Mr. Bonzo use mouthwash?
He uses blood as
Cereal
mouthwash.
killer, for God's sake.
Okay, it doesn't say your stream is paused now, but oh wait, yeah, it does.
Oh, no, it does. Yeah.
It's not working.
I'll crack out. Does chat want a different?
Would it?
It's not great.
Should I leave the call and then come back on it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, I get you.
Yeah. It'll be an outputty, flashy,
will do.
Fun thing. Jess, what are you streaming? Are you streaming Patreon or screen sharing Patreon? Okay. Because Lowri had it on Media Player. Have you got it? Right. They are. I'll play them a little ditty of gratefulness and gratitude. That is the ditty of gratitude to the Rusty Quill YouTube live audience.
Oh, should we just answer some questions? We've only got 8 minutes left anyway.
Yeah.
Right. Lowri has said she doesn't think she should risk it because it's tripped 3 times in the last 5 minutes.
That's not good. Is there a mouse eating your wires? Lowri?
Or a clown?
Or
okay.
clown?
I will have a look at the Fancast channel for some questions.
That's a great point. Let's have a little look.
We've not got long left, have we? And
so we had this one from earlier. Superandiness. Assuming you all live in fairly metro areas / have flatmates, how in the world are you able to record with the quality you all continually have? Billie, how are you able to record?
I currently live by myself. I do, but for all of season 1 though, I did have my sibling living with me, but my sibling is away at the moment for a while. But like they're an actor as well. They get it. So I'll say like, yo, I'm scheduled to record from like 9 till 2 or something, and then they make efforts to sort of be quiet and not interfere too much. Although like the walls are very thick here. You can't really hear your neighbors, even apart from my downstairs neighbor. When they first moved in, they used to play music really loud and shout a lot, but we kind of told them to shut up. So I don't feel bad about disturbing them, to be honest. But to be honest, most of the acting is not very shouty yet. I mean, obviously I've had to shout a few times, but it's all good. It's I've not really run into that many problems. The main problem I run into is people on the street, because my windows are just screwed. Like the I don't even think they're single glazed, let alone double glazed. So if somebody's being loud in the street, then I'm just like, I'm really sorry. We're just gonna have to wait until this guy stops ramming his wheelie bin into a car. Anyway, how about you, Shahan?
Ramming his wheelie bin into a car. No, I mean, similar thing. Like, so I live with my partner. And when we're recording, normally it's just me on my own in the flat, so that works out. But I do have neighbors occasionally stomping up the stairs or slamming the doors, at which case I'll tend to have an ear exposed out to the wilderness and to keep my ear out for those things, and we'll just pause. The way we record is because we have cameras on. Usually if we are mid-scene, then I'll kind of just raise my hand up, or even just say like, sorry guys, hold, there's an airplane passing by, someone's ramming their car into a wheelie bin, or the other way around. And then we'll just stop. and then we'll get going again. And to be fair, I think like that's we try and do as much as we can while recording, and obviously everyone like Alex and April, and they'll everyone does sound checks and everything beforehand. There's probably a lot of stuff that also goes on then in the background that Lowri would be great at filling us into if she was not currently without power. I can't even imagine how much like little bits of like cleaning up they'll have to do because like I'm one thing I'm really bad. I'm awful with my legs in terms of just restless leg syndrome, tapping and knocking.
Oh yeah.
And so like I'm imagining that maybe sometimes there's little knocks and things. Well, I managed to train myself out of it over years, but yeah,
There's nothing worse than
that's
like
pretty
being,
much it.
because my room is like quite small, as you can probably tell from this stream, and
Mm.
when I'm basically having to sit at a computer desk here, and my legs are crammed in, and it's like when I'm doing a take, I've got to sit very still because I'm using a boom arm. If I knock the table even a little bit, that affects the audio like so much. So I'm like, I have to stay like very still. And there's nothing worse than getting really into a take and then going and just screwing everything up.
Yeah.
I got a little too into that demonstration.
And I've now watched it. That's all right. I've got another question.
Okay, so
Yes.
the ghost named Jess is speaking in my ear, telling us that we're going to finish on a question from Susanna Fraser. Is it this one at the bottom of the... Yeah. So, what small things do you imagine about your character's appearance? I see Alice wearing a rainbow lanyard with bins. I think that's meant to say pins and badges, but bins and badges. Pins of bins. Lanyards with pins and badges, and Gwen wears the standard plainest lanyard. Yeah, I think that I've always had it in my head that Alice has piercings. I think that she has like piercings sort of on her nose and on her ears, and maybe even like underneath here. However, I think Lena doesn't like that because obviously we're prim and proper here. So I think that she has to like take them out, and then like when Lena goes in her office, she's just like sticking them back in. I've always thought that.
So I feel for Sam. He sorry, everything glitched out for like half a second there.
Oh God, don't go
Sam,
as well.
No, I won't. For Sam, like, I think first day full suit, tie, shirt, tucked in, dress shoes, belt, matching, everything prim, proper, try hard. His background kind of was law. He tried to work at a law firm before that completely and utterly failed, or he completely and utterly failed. So trying to go in to the OAR initially, I think he tried to do it very proper, and then as things kind of progress, especially with the fact that Alice is there, bringing Alice's own vibe, I think you'll have the kind of like general slacking. Like, I mean, I've had it at places where I've worked where you've got to wear a suit and tie, and then over time I'm like, oh yeah, okay, I'll just unbutton the top button, and then maybe just still smart, but going from something like the blazer out for more like a jumper over the top of a shirt instead, and some like smart trousers, like smart chinos rather than
Oh,
full
I can
on
definitely see him wearing
dress trousers.
chinos.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Chinos. Nice. There's someone did fan art, and like it was one of the first ones I saw, and like the outfit that they put Sam in is just full on like integrated into my brain, and I was I want this outfit. I don't think I could personally pull it off. He's like wearing like this checkered, not checkered, it's like diamond patterned,
yeah,
sleeveless cotton woolen vest thing with I don't know, it was wicked.
Bit like
yeah.
Wallace from Wallace and Gromit chic. Like
yeah. Also, the very speedy question, because I think we're about to wrap up now, is favorite anime.
Yes.
I would say Full Metal Alchemist and/or One Piece. Billy?
Definitely a Gretzko. I can't recommend it enough. And there's like 5 seasons of it. It's really good.
I've not
right.
seen it.
Jess, shall we wrap it up then? There we are. You deafened everyone. It was painful. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you all hear Jess?
I think it's a fair bit of a delay because I'm seeing chat still speak about Agsuko.
Alice would definitely be Fenico, if that means anything to anyone. Yeah. And Sam is such a hider.
Have I seen Agsuko?
No. I think they're saying they can't hear Jess. I mean, I can do an outro if you want.
No one can hear Jess.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
So I'll wrap us up. I thought you two had quit and frozen. Sorry, Jess has been talking to you for like the past 2 minutes, but apparently you can't hear that. Well, this has been a stream, or 2/3 of a stream. Thank you very much for watching. And thank you to Lowri for organising it. Thank you to our lovely moderation team. Thank you for everybody joining in. Thank you to Shahan for his wonderful music. It's been amazing, and
thank you, Billy, for your wonderful eulogy.
Yes, thank you. I'm not entirely sure when the next one is. I think it'll be next month at some time. I'm not in the next one, so you'll have to finish Bonzo ripping people to shreds without me. I know, sad times. But yeah, thanks for watching, everyone, and we'll see y'all for the next one. And think about it this way:
I'll play us out. Yes,
it's not long till February now. We can do it. Bye, everyone. We will lay this stream to rest.